And yes, if you haven't noticed already, this is a crappy cell phone camera. Because, again, reiterating, broke, broke. Alright, so anyway, here's the short-term stuff I'm working on. Like I said, right now I've sent applications away. I don't know anything, so I'm going to try to make my blog profitable. I've done a couple of things in the last week, so I'm going to tell you guys about that and sound like Steve Jobs, which is a joke I made in another video, another draft of this one, and it doesn't translate well because I was improving, but whatever. So, excuse me. So here's what I've been doing. First off, I want to give you guys more content. I want to give you guys more of a reason to come to the site. So I will get into all the content stuff I'm doing, but first let me tell you the content I put up there. Last week, because I am a major in journalism, and it is technically the thing I was trained to do technically, even though I'm probably not that good at it, and there are other people who are better at it who can better serve you, I tried to do a bunch of journalism stuff on the site, and that really comprised of three things. I went to a city council meeting, a school board meeting, and wrote an editorial on Egypt. Again, if you guys don't know, this is for Southfield. Not to say that if you aren't from Southfield, you can't come to the site. I want you to. In fact, a lot of stuff I write for the site is not local. It's just that, because I live here, I can easily get to, the school board meetings and the city council meetings and stuff of that nature. And my voice is starting to go. Sorry again. So I can get to stuff of that nature. And so I did. What was sort of kind of interesting about the school board meeting was that one of the members of the school board, Fran Katz, I hope to God I'm not pronouncing her name wrong, pretty much read a statement amending what the school board had previously said. And God, this is not what this video was for, but I'm going to do it anyway. Where she basically said that high school students who are currently enrolled in a program that would help parents pay tuition for students who want to go out of the district, they would be grandfathered in when the district previously said that they were pretty much canceling the program and they were going to keep money in their pockets. I may or may not write an editorial or do an editorial video about that because I don't know if it's fair because I was at the school board meeting and objectivity and all, but actually technically I'm not a reporter, and so, and it's not so much that I don't think that what I think about is really extreme. I don't really think any of it's right or wrong. I just think that both sides aren't really listening to what each other are saying. And I'll probably do an editorial about that later, maybe. I don't know. I should probably try to remain objective, maybe. But it's my site, so I can do what I want. And it's not like I'm condemning anybody. I'm just, what? Alright, anyway, that's not what this video is for, so I'll just so anyway, I worked on that stuff. Please go there and read it, and view the video. Interesting stuff, even if you aren't from Southfield, the school board, especially around an hour and 15 minutes, really, really interesting. So, go watch that vid. So that's what I did last week. This week, again, part of my plan to sort of kind of make the site profitable is through Google Ads, and I want to get eyes there, and so I'm doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. But here's what I'm doing for you guys: more content, more better. And so here's the content I plan on having up by the end of the week. I might not have it up by the end of the week, but I'm going to try. This is the first time I really set, well, I'm not going to say the first time. I've set loose deadlines for the site. I try to have something up every 2 weeks unless I have something else better going on. Well, not better, but more important going on. But now that I'm out of school, I really don't, so I have no real excuse. That's what I was trying to do. Now I'm going to try to give you guys more content and put something up there once a day if I can. So more content, more better for you. So here are a few things of content that I'm thinking about putting up. A few years ago, I wrote a short skit play thing that's a parody of Robin Hood, where that's called a rapier is not a claymore, or claymore is not a rapier. I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have remembered it, but anyway, I want to sort of kind of perform that for you guys through audio. I don't know if I can do it through video because then I would have to do this thing. My computer won't edit cell phone stuff. At least Windows Movie Maker won't edit the video I get from the cell phone. So I'm going to do it through audio. And I tried to do it through audio before, sometime this week, but oddly enough, the thing I realized is that while I am a man of many voices and dialects and whatnot, but I don't particularly, what's the word I'm looking for here? Remember, every time I change my voice, or to put it more simply, I would get characters confused. I couldn't remember what voice it was that I was putting with which character. I mean, I'll just forget. I don't know why. It would be weird and confusing for the rest of you. I mean, it's just odd. Out there, if you will. But, I will get upon that, and we'll try to work harder to get that to you later. Anyway, so that's one thing I'm working on. Also, for the past 3 years, I've been working on this quasi-novel thing called Game. Well, actually, I've been working on a lot of quasi-novels, but the one that's sort of kind of I'm in the mood to work on now because, yeah, that's another post on projects where I get started on them and I really get excited, and then I sort of kind of stop working on them for whatever reason. Again, life of a student, my life was, or at least it did. You know, you would have like 2 weeks where you weren't doing anything, and then, you know, you would have 1 week where it's like, exams, essays, projects. And you would just sort of kind of work on that stuff, and then, you know, you would get an idea. But anyway, so I'm working again. I've been working on it for a few years. I'm not finished with it. Now, let me sort of kind of clarify that for you guys. I'm not finished with it in the sense that I really like the characters, I really like the universe, and when I sort of kind of had the idea for Game, I had a whole bunch of ideas of things I wanted to do with it. I'm not finished in that sense. It's a quasi-novel, and there's still a bunch of stuff I want to do with it, and I still have a bunch of ideas, but I'm getting to a point narratively where I sort of kind of, and if you guys have been reading Game or read Game, because through all my typos, because that's something I have to fix, and when I release it this week, or whenever, I'll fix the typos. But if you sort of kind of stuck with it, there's something that's supposed to happen, and I'm getting ever so closer to that thing happening. Now, I'm not talking about a time skip. As soon as that thing happens, I have other ideas of what I want to do with the same character at the same time, things. But that thing happens, and it's just a nice narrative place to sort of kind of stop and say, hey, here's the story. If you guys want to read it, you can. Not to say that the story isn't already up in a very broken, mangled form, but it's quasi. It's a good part one. All right, it's a good part one of Game. And to be perfectly honest, in a perfect world where I had money and resources, I would really sort of kind of make this a really cool science fiction web series. But no money. No money, no money, no money. So there you guys go. I'm going to try to have that up again by the end of the week. I'm also doing a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to try to make a couple of videos for you guys. But those are the two big things I'm working on. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, also behind the scenes, again, I want to make the site profitable for me. That means The thing is, I'm still young enough where I don't have too many huge bills that I have to worry about. And take that how you will, because I know some people will be telling me that I'm living off the teat of my parents. And you aren't wrong, and I hate myself for it. But I'm still young enough where I don't have too many bills, so I would hope that in a few months I can get this site to a point where I could pay what I need to pay. Which isn't a lot, but yeah. And sort of kind of work it to a point where it grows. I'm doing a couple things behind the scenes. For one thing, I made a new logo on DeviantArt, which is really just a rip on the old logo that I have for the site. It's really more like an ad. But I don't want to call it an ad because it makes me sound like I'm the man, and I'm not the man. Or maybe I'm the man and I don't want you guys to think I'm the man. Anyway, so I have sort of kind of a quasi-ad logo thing on DevArt that you guys can check out. You can also check out the old one I made in class like a year ago, which wasn't really an ad. It was just sort of kind of this thing I did for class. But oddly enough, it worked really well. Like I showed it to people in class, and um, but again, I'm trying this new thing. Mostly because I'm sort of kind of want to get views on DevArt. I don't know why, even though I suck at art, being an artist. Most of my art, I mean, I can doodle, but I generally suck at anything more complicated than a doodle. Um, so there you go. Um, like I also said, I've hooked up the account to Google Ads. Um, I'm trying to dig my own stories. So I've tried that and it never works. Like I'm the only guy who digs what I write. So help me, please, help me. For the love of God, help the column. Help the column. Column. Um. So there you go. Uh. So that's all the immediate stuff that I'm thinking I'm working on. Unless I can sort of kind of think of stuff that I didn't tell you guys about. Game and a rapier is not a claymore, or claymore is not a rapier, whatever I call that thing. Those are the main ones. Um. So yeah.